Once, in a small peaceful village by the sea, lived a man named Arif. He was around 50, with kind eyes, and hands that had worked hard all his life. He lived alone in a small house made of stone. He didn't have much, just a fishing net, a few old clothes, and a heart full of peace. Every morning, he walked to the shore, cast his net into the waves, and watched the sunrise paint the sky with gold. He never asked for more than what he had, because for him, simple things were enough. One evening, as the sun began to set, a traveler appeared at his door. The traveler looked strange, quiet, but powerful. "Arif, you have lived a good life. And because of that, I will give you a choice." Arif looked surprised. "A choice?" he asked. "Yes, 3 boats are waiting for you by the sea. Behind one, you will find your greatest desire. Behind the others, only emptiness." Arif followed him to the water's edge. There, under the soft evening light, he saw them, 3 boats. One was made of pure gold, shining brighter than the sun. The second glowed with a magical blue light, promising adventure and travel beyond the world. The third was small, old, and broken. Arif looked at the golden boat first. He saw the treasure, the beauty, the promise of riches, but his heart felt nothing. He looked at the second boat, strong, magical, full of mystery. He smiled, but deep down, he knew he didn't need to chase more. Finally, he walked to the old, broken boat. It was quiet, simple, and real. He placed his hand on it and said softly, "This one." The traveler frowned. "Why? It's old." Arif smiled gently. "Because the most beautiful things in my life have always come in old, worn packages." He stepped inside the old boat and pushed away from the shore. The sea was calm. The wind was soft. He cast his fishing net and smiled, watching the sunset fade into the horizon. The traveler watched him in silence. For the first time, he understood. Happiness isn't found behind golden doors. It isn't about what we gain. It's about being thankful for what we already have. That night, Arif returned to his small home. The fire was still warm, the soup still cooking. He smiled, just like every other day, content and at peace. Because sometimes, the greatest treasure is a quiet heart.
People from the village asked him, "Why don't you choose a better boat? You could be rich or famous." "Oh." Arif smiled. "I am already rich, not in gold, but in peace. Not in power, but in joy. Happiness is not about what you have, it is about what you feel in your heart." Arif chose the old boat. Not for riches, not for power, but for peace and happiness. Arif's story teaches us that true happiness comes from peace, not from gold or power. Peace and joy come from appreciating simple things. Start appreciating it today. Comment below what you learned from Arif's story, and share it to inspire others. Don't forget to subscribe.